We trust the laws of nature. Gravity pulls down. Ice freezes silently. Rivers flow forward. But on Earth, there are places where nature breaks its own rules. Places that shouldn't exist, yet they do. These are the top 10 natural places that should be impossible. Number 1. The Reverse River, deep in the Amazon Basin. This river doesn't flow forward, it flows backward. Atlantic surges inland send a tide racing up the river, lifting the surface and flipping the flow. Tidal bore. A traveling wall of water bulldozes upstream, turning calm channels into a roaring pulse against gravity. The sea stacks the deck, raising water faster than the river drains. To us, it looks like nature cheating its own rules. Pressure, momentum, timing. Number 2. Gravity hills, scattered around the world. Cars roll uphill. Water poured down creeps the wrong way. Your eyes insist the slope rises. Physics insists it falls. The trick? The horizon lies. Trees lean, road edges tilt. The true skyline hides the reference, so downhill looks like an ascent. Measure the grade, mystery evaporates. But standing there, watching a bottle drift up, the illusion feels like a glitch in the universe. Number 3. Square waves off Île de Ré, France. Waves aren't supposed to crash in straight lines. Two wave systems cross at near right angles, drawing a checkerboard across the sea. One set rolls in from distant storms, another rebounds off the coastline. Where they intersect, peaks and troughs add and cancel in a precise grid, beautiful and dangerous. Crisscrossed currents can trap swimmers and flip boats fast. Which one already broke your brain? Comment below. And if you want more places where nature bends the rules, you know what to do. Because the world isn't just strange, it's strategically impossible, until you learn why.
Nature broke its own rules here, and I'm going to prove it in under 2 minutes. Part: Frozen things that shouldn't exist. Number 4. Burning ice, Lake Baikal, Siberia. This is ice that burns. When organic matter decomposes on the lakebed, it releases methane. In winter, that gas gets trapped as shimmering bubbles inside crystal-clear ice. Poke a vent, strike a flame, and suddenly the surface glows blue like a sci-fi prop. It looks impossible because ice is supposed to kill fire. But fire doesn't burn the ice. It burns the methane leaking through micro cracks and pinholes. The ice becomes a window, showing you a fuel line you can't see in summer. Listen closely, and you'll hear soft pops, feel a low rumble under your boots, and watch heat snake beneath the frozen glass. It's chemistry and physics arm wrestling in plain sight. Number 5. Singing ice, Lake Baikal, Russia. At dawn, the lake turns into a giant instrument. As temperatures swing, the ice sheet expands and contracts, building up stress until it fractures. Those fractures act like tuning forks, pinging metallic chirps, pew-pew laser zaps, and deep cable twangs that travel for kilometers. You're hearing elastic energy release waveguides in the ice and echoes bouncing between layers like sound trapped in a cathedral. Every crack draws neon-fine lines across the surface. Staff lines for a score the lake writes itself. Stand still, and the sound seems to orbit you. Doppler shifting as vibrations sprint through the slab faster than you can run. It's eerie, beautiful, and absolutely real. If ice can sing and burn, what else is nature hiding? Drop your wildest rule-breaker places in the comments. I'll bring the science and the receipts. Subscribe for part 2.
Nature broke its own rules here. Welcome to part 3. Water that refuses to behave. First, what looks impossible. Then, why it works. Number 6. The underwater waterfall of Mauritius. From above, it seems like the sea is pouring into a hole without end. A velvet cascade collapsing into the deep. But the ocean is not breaking in half. Your brain is. It is sand and silt, drifting off a shallow shelf into a darker trench. Fast currents sweep light grains over the edge, painting a gradient that mimics a waterfall. Pull back, and turquoise turns to midnight, every pixel insisting, that is a fall. Step wider, the illusion unravels. No torrent, just gravity sculpting the seafloor. Nature, flexing with misdirection. Number 7, the floating stones of Death Valley. Rocks that move on their own. No footprints, no engines, only lines, sketched across a parched canvas. For decades, mystery without proof. Then winter whispered the answer. A fragile sheet of ice forms in the dark. Sunrise breaks it into plates. A light wind slides those plates across a slick of water. The ice leans into a stone and pushes. Slow as a heartbeat, centimeters at a time, a trail is etched for meters. No magic, no prank, just the rare overlap of cold, wind, water, and timing. Nature broke its own rules here, land that moves without warning. Part 4. 2 places that make the ground feel alive. Number 8. Booming sand dunes. When sand slides here, the desert sings. A deep voice that carries for miles. In China, a single step whispers. Then the slope answers with a sub-bass rumble. In Morocco, whole ridges turn into instruments. The sand itself becomes the drum. It is not wind. When dry, round grains slide together, they lock into rhythm, millions moving as one. The slope acts like a giant speaker, amplifying a single note through the whole hill. Grain size sets the pitch, humidity mutes it, and slope unlocks the boom that rattles your chest. Ancient travelers heard spirits. Physics calls it resonance. Either way, when the ground moves, it sings back. Number 9. Magnetic Hill. Ladakh, India. Engines off. Neutral gear. Then the impossible. The car drifts upward. It feels like gravity forgot the rules. But it is our eyes that bend. A tilted horizon. A slanted road. Mountains skewing level. Measure it, and physics insists you are rolling downhill. The illusion is so strong, crowds gather just to watch belief lose to evidence. On dunes, sound reveals hidden order. On this road, sight betrays it. Land that moves without warning is rarely what it seems. Which would you test yourself? The singing dunes or the hill that pulls you up? Tell me. And what rule of nature should we break next? On the shores of Lake Maracaibo, the sky refuses to sleep. Lightning strikes here over 260 nights a year, endlessly lighting the horizon. Bolts lace the clouds so often, locals call it the eternal storm. Imagine fishing by strobe, your world revealed in flashes. Warm, humid air rises from the lake and meets cool winds spilling off the Andes. Moisture loads the air, turning the sky into a charged engine. Wind corridors funnel storms to this exact spot, night after night. Within those towers, ice, water, and updrafts collide, stacking electric potential. Storms are supposed to pass. This one lingers and returns almost every night. Hundreds of flashes per hour, stacking light upon light like frames of a film. Generations have grown up by its glow. Navigation, folklore, identity. The flash arrives first, the thunder follows, counting the miles in your bones. Each bolt searches the ground, fractal pathways etched in charged air. Some nights, the horizon becomes a skyline of electricity. Nature broke its own rules here, and wrote new ones in light. Rivers that reverse, ice that burns, waves that form grids. Earth isn't just beautiful, it's unpredictable. If this amazed you, stay with us. The next journey is even more impossible.